Hold on. This is like episode 3 this year. And we're in a new month. Hey, I hope y'all keeping y'all New Year's resolutions. I don't know if y'all are, but be disciplined. For you, not for me. I don't care. Hey, but hey, how y'all doing though? It's not episode, Same thing, same thing. Having a conversation. I'm glad to see y'all here. And also we have a new guest. I hope y'all like this. How you doing, man?
Doing good, bro. How you doing, man?
Great, always. I'm happy to have you here.
Happy
Hey,
New Year, bro. Happy New Year. How you
facts.
feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good. Refreshed, good. New opportunities coming, just trying to go through everything the right way. You know how it goes.
I feel that, bro. I feel
Hmm.
that.
How are you?
I'm good, bro. I mean, I feel like I've just been doing my own thing, bro.
Hmm. I described that. You get to keep you on a little,
That's
let
right. That's right, bro.
introduce yourself
Let
for
me.
real. Like,
Okay, but well,
let them know who you are.
all right. Well, y'all know who I am, man. It's Abe. Abe past the rock. Abe underscore past the rock.
Hmm.
King Abe underscore 31. Um, creator, streamer, podcast host, tech legend. I don't
Hmm.
know.
Hmm.
All of that. But yeah, man, the year in itself, um, just been trying to like I said, I mean, I don't really do I try not to like force the whole New Year resolution. I just try to
Hmm.
like
Go with it.
keep,
No, I feel that.
keep building up. So,
I feel that.
just been consistency has been the word for me this past few months. So,
Okay, yeah, I feel that extremely because I don't. My sister told me to write out some resolutions, or I didn't do that. I said, end of the day, I had to wake up and go get it because I can have my resolutions. If I don't just wake up every single day like it's a new day,
yeah.
then what's the point?
That's the thing, bro. And I think that's what I've been saying. Cause, um, of course, by all means, like go into a new year with resolutions and goals and plans. I mean,
Hmm.
that's you're human.
Yeah.
But for me specifically, for Abe specifically, it's important that like, for example, last year I tried to like really get into a very strict mode the second half,
Hmm.
especially when it came to like creating content and stuff like that.
Yeah, I saw you do
Because
the 30 days.
yeah, that I think that was very important to me becoming consistent. I think like I would wake up every day and it's like, what am I doing today? And it was like parallel with Mafiathon. So it
Hmm.
was like the streaming world was going crazy. So it was like it gave me a
It
lot
makes
to talk
sense.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I felt like because even after my 30-day streak, I kept going and then I got suspended for 2 days and ruined the streak, or whatever. But I kept going. By the time January came around, I was already swinging. So
Hmm.
for me, it feels more natural than to like wait till the last week of December to be like, okay, let me start
Yeah.
getting in
Let
the
me
mode.
try to figure out what I'm doing because
Cause then,
you already
yeah,
had pedal to the metal a little bit. So now it's like, all right, let me
yep.
just fix the car up a little bit, make sure I'm
Yeah,
going in
let's
there.
just go to maintenance,
Yeah.
because otherwise in January you're spending the whole of January trying to figure out what you're doing as
Yeah. That
opposed to
is.
like actually. For me, once again, for me specifically, it's
Because
better I just
everybody's path a
start.
little different, but
Yeah,
yeah,
people are different.
I like that. I like
What
that a
about you,
lot.
man? How's I guess.
I
You have
do.
any?
I
Go
know I
ahead.
do a lot of things at once. So it's like, yeah, I'm trying to iron out all the details now because me being in school last year, trying to figure everything out, and then like people have told me that I've done very well for the fact that I've been doing, my podcast, my clothing brand, throwing parties, this, that, and the third. People don't know I threw parties. That's a funny thing. Even because when I was throwing parties, I wasn't throwing parties and letting people know it was me. I was
Mm-hmm.
throwing parties for situations and like different time periods, so people would show up, and I didn't really care for the credit. I realized that was good for me, but for the brand, not really. Because now people don't really have anything to attach it to. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, they had a good time. But now I'm trying to be more intentional with what I'm doing. It's like, instead of me just giving people, like, giving the world what I had to offer, give the world what I had to offer, but also show them that, yeah, this is me. Like, I'm here. Like, I've arrived type of thing. Not in an egotistical way, but like in a proud way. But that kind of sounds egotistical, but,
I
but you understand what I
mean,
mean?
not this. I get what you're saying, bro. It's not. I mean, you do have to put a face to a name or like
Hmm.
to a brand or whatever. That's not egotistic, and it's not. You are proud about what you're doing.
Yeah,
It's not
that's why I
egotistic. It's
do it.
just like you doing it with your heart. Not wrong
Yeah,
with that.
yeah, but this year I'm really trying to be consistent with it. I haven't been consistent with my brand because I've been on and off, but
Mm.
I'm trying to hit the ground running. I got these new pieces coming soon. Like I see the war on the hat and everything.
Oh
So
yeah,
yeah,
well, I said congrats, man, on the
thank you.
on the clothing line.
Thank you,
Definitely.
thank you. Yeah, now I'm trying to be consistent and actually show people I do it because some people will see the brand and be like, "Oh, that's your brand? I didn't even know I would have been support." I was like, "Dang, I didn't know that y'all didn't know." So I'm trying to have myself really attached to things that I do rather than putting it out there
Yeah,
and then just acting like I didn't really do nothing. But no, I'm doing a lot. Let me actually be grateful for the things I'm doing and happy the fact that I'm releasing it to the world.
yeah. It's good though that you know that because that you just it just helps you like work towards something. Because some people might just get stuck in that loop of not ever figuring that out. So you acknowledge that and you're working towards it. So, but yeah, definitely put your face, bro. Put your face on it for someone. People are, bro. When it comes to content creation or like being not even content creation, just being a creator in
Generalize.
like whether it's like brand, clothing, music, whatever. Like people are out here grinding. So like some people they do it the in the bad ways. They might
Yeah.
try and steal your stuff. And what can you say? You
Yeah,
see what I'm
because
saying?
personally, I've had people come up to me saying that they see my podcast, and me personally, the way that my YouTube views going,
Yeah.
it's like, dang, I didn't know y'all seen it, but they're really seeing it off of Instagram and stuff like that. I'm like, wait, I didn't even know I was getting that much attention for real. So like, it makes me feel a lot better about what I'm doing because like, okay, I'm actually being seen.
Yeah.
I wanted to kind of know how does that make you feel because I know you've been doing your thing for a minute, so I know people not only have been seeing it, but you've also had some viral content,
Yeah.
some content I've seen that you had real fun doing. That's why, like, bro, because that 30 days you did, I seen,
Yeah.
especially the studio session. I was like, yeah, they really
Yeah,
having
that
fun.
was live. Though. I
Yeah,
was
they
actually
really
listening to the
having
song
fun
we
because you
made
was,
in there,
yeah, you
like
was in there
on the
with
way here.
new having fun. I was like, all right,
Bro,
yeah.
yeah, it was fun, bro.
How was that?
So I will say first of all, what you said, with people like coming up to you and telling you,
Mm-hmm.
hey, like I see your stuff, bro. That I'm glad you mentioned that because that really happens a lot. Especially with like streaming, bro. Like people are people are still getting around the whole streaming idea.
Yeah,
So it's like
new industry.
people's like attention span is so short. So like a lot of times, you know, your views are not exactly where they need where you want them to be just yet.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean people don't see it.
Yeah,
Like
don't mean
people
stop.
like walk in and watch a little bit. People will watch clips. That's why clips, short content are very important. Like because
Mm-hmm.
that's what people see. And
It helps
like,
people grasp onto something.
yeah,
Yeah.
bro, I've been out a couple of times and like it's been funny because like somebody would dap me up and be like, "Oh, you're Abe or you're Pastor Rock, right?" Like, yeah, I see your clips, and I'm like, "Bro, I didn't know." Because it's like this is people I don't know, so it's like, but it's like really cool to me because it's like I appreciate that like you
Mm-hmm.
acknowledging me and you actually like
It,
because I mean
it
you don't have
shows,
to tell me
yeah, it
that like
shows
if you didn't want
that
to,
you touch
yeah,
people that you don't even know now. Now it's
yeah,
like, okay, I'm in new communities. I didn't even.
bro. It's like people that I never knew like, and then especially like because you know my little brother went to tech as well, so he
Mm-hmm,
has his own crowd from there, and like a lot of them they know him because you know we do the podcast together.
mm-hmm,
They'll like be like, "Oh yeah, you're E-Man's brother, right? Like
mm-hmm.
you know, we've seen y'all's podcast or like we see y'all stream." Like it's happened. Like I wouldn't say it's like a lot. Like I'm just walking around and people are stopping me,
Yeah,
but
like
like
every day now.
it's
If it's
happened like
a good enough
every now
time,
and then, and it's just like it's a pretty cool moment for me. So yeah, man, I think like stuff like that definitely makes you feel like I need to keep going. And me
facts.
personally, I feel like that's just God's way of like whenever it tends to happen whenever I'm like getting fatigued. I'm like, bro,
The
I'm
right
not
moment
doing
is like,
anything. Yeah,
bro.
and it's like a
Honestly,
reminder. Like God is telling you, like, bro,
but
keep going.
honestly speaking, there was a point where I was thinking about not doing the podcast that much anymore. Not because it wasn't. I was having fun doing it. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong, but it's not cheap to get just consistently do
nah,
because
it's not.
you know how consecration goes.
Hmm.
Even if you're not spending money, it can still take money to do it.
Yeah,
Like it's always something that you're sacrificing to get this done. And I was like, I'm not really putting out a lot of clips. My clips is hitting like 50-50. It's like, all right, cool,
yeah,
I'm having fun doing it, but I could be putting that money into something else and that this, that, and the third. But then I'm having, especially after last season, because that's when I really stopped doing the clips that much. I only put out the clips whenever it was time, like for a new episode to come out, which is bad on my part.
yeah,
Looking back, it's like, yeah, I shouldn't did that. That's why
yeah,
X, Y, Z. But those videos still do well. But it's like still like people coming up to me is like, okay, maybe I should keep doing it. I'm not just touching myself. It's actually a community behind it a little bit, and I can keep growing that community.
yeah,
So why not? And that's what the podcast is supposed to be for.
yeah,
It's called "It Takes a Village." So
yeah.
it's like
Takes a
because
village,
it
bro.
generally does take a village.
Yeah,
Because like you're saying, because it took you and your brother coming to have your
yeah.
podcast together. One, I also do want to know how'd y'all come together to create Pastor Rock.
Okay, so I'll tell you the full story. So from high school, when I first started, so I started watching like football, like American football, like a lot, and then also basketball, like freshman year of high school.
Mm-hmm.
So I got into it really so much so that like I played sports. I like kept track of a lot of things. Like, I was always a guy trying to have conversations about sports and stuff in high school. So graduating high school, I knew I wanted to do something in sports. But you're going to school. Everything you hear about is like, I mean, if you don't have a scholarship to play D1,
Yeah. What's
you might as well go corporate. And no one's telling you YouTube or like Twitch. No one was saying that when I went to high school.
mm-hmm.
So I was like, all right, bet. Let me go take the college route. Go to college. I was always going to college regardless. Like go to
Mm-hmm.
college, get a degree in something like maybe sports business, something around that area. And the goal is to either be a sports agent or to like go into analysis.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so throughout college, the plan was there. I will say early on in college, I didn't take advantage of like creating my own thing. I feel like if I did that earlier,
There have been a
you
little
know,
different story.
yeah, different story. But hey,
That
everything
happens
has
for a
has
reason.
its path. But COVID happens 2020, and I just started watching podcasts a lot. First of all, the first podcast I really got into was what's the name of this? The one with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson. How did I forget the name?
All the
All the
smoke.
smoke,
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
smoke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so it started with those podcasts, and I used to watch all the episodes, and they would interview athletes, but they would interview like rappers and other people as
Mm-hmm.
well, actors, all of that. So I really got into that, and I was like, I think I can do this. Like this is kind of what I want to do, and it
Yeah. It's
gives you
good
like
content.
free
Yeah.
will. Yeah. So I did that. So I was like, bet in COVID year, I started trying to build the podcast in 2020 because I had free time. And then, hey, shout out Trump for that stimulus check. Actually, no, no,
Yeah, they might not take that the right
actually,
way.
no,
I ain't gonna lie.
actually, no,
In college, that helped a lot. But
actually, no.
then
But yeah, nah, nah,
long
yeah,
term,
yeah, no,
now,
not
yeah,
shout out
buddy
Trump.
tripping,
Sorry,
buddy tripping,
sorry. Anyways, um,
buddy
but nah,
tripping.
the stimulus check and all the like, I was working back then, but no one could work, so unemployment. So I had like,
Yeah, a little
so
bit
to say,
of
I had like extra money besides the money I was already making.
yeah.
So I
No,
used a
hey,
lot of
I do
that.
want to say shout out to UTSA as well because um, I wasn't able to get a job around that time. I don't know why it was so hard. I mean, obviously the pandemic, but that's why it was hard to get a job. But they were giving us little checks every semester. That's one how I started my brand and how I started really pushing my photography and videography more. If not for that, just like how you saying with the
Yeah.
so I don't want to cut you off, but
No, no,
yeah,
you good, you good.
yeah, that's really what had me propelling. Like, all right, I kind of have a little bit of money, a little
Hmm.
change. Let me start investing in myself and start putting things forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I kind of a little bit
Yeah,
same, but
because you
yeah,
get like the college they give you those relief funds for whatever.
but it,
So yeah, they helped, and some of them were just lingering. Like they would just come
bro,
at a
because
random
nobody was
time that year,
because that helped me pay for college, helped me start new things. I was like, wait a
bro.
second, because I was already paying out of pocket for myself. I was
Oh, for real?
hustling, trying to yeah, because this is before I started actually asking my parents for help for
Mm-hmm.
college. On my end, honestly, I should have been asking from day one because
Yeah,
my parents. Why shouldn't I ask for? But that's besides the point.
yeah.
The stimulus checks helped a lot.
They helped a lot, bro.
Yeah. So
But
how they really impact you?
so for me, when I had all that money spare, I was like, okay, I can use this and just just go have fun, or like, which of course some of it went to that.
Mm-hmm.
But what I did was, I bought like a editing software, and then I got a mic, a couple of mics,
Mm-hmm.
got a camera, got like what I needed to start podcast. So I
Good
started
foundation.
off doing the podcast by myself with my own mics and my own camera in my, either in my room, or like I'll find like clubhouses at the apartments in college. Shout out Chibu. He was like my first episode.
Yeah. Shout
First
out
episode.
Chibu.
So we did that, but after a while, bro, I was just like you said, spending so much time editing myself. Bro, it was so time consuming. I was still in school. I was working as well. So it's like, I mean, now COVID is wearing off because it's like everyone's open back up. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
working. I'm doing school. I'm trying to graduate within the next month or next few months, and I'm editing all that stuff. So I started finding like studios to try and record in. The first studio I did was at Tech. It was like a radio station studio. So I'd go there, record myself. I'll still edit myself, but it made like sound a lot easier because the sound was already like really good.
Yeah.
So from then on, my brother was always like there. Of course, he was a tech, so we'll talk about things. Um, and I did a couple of episodes with him as well, and he would help behind the scenes as well. But when I came back to Dallas after graduating, I really started. I was like, I can't edit myself anymore, or
Mm-hmm.
I have to try to limit this editing. So I started going to like other studios, and they would like help kind of cut it here and there. But then like just over time, I think it was a couple of years ago, I asked my brother when he graduated and came back to Dallas. I was like, now that you're here, we don't have to worry about like remote situations. Like, would you be interested in like us doing this
Yeah,
together? And he was
actually,
like, yeah. So in 2024, um, once the football season started, we started doing weekly episodes. We would do like episodes we'd go record every Tuesday, like once the whole football weekend is over.
mm-hmm.
And then we started trying to like do other things, and that helped us get really consistent because we were like doing weekly and bi-weekly episodes. And then sometimes we'll do like something recorded at home if it's like breaking news or whatever. So that helped going into 2025. But then, bro, once again, the whole story
Scheduling,
is just me having random breaks. Like I'll be consistent
then
and
life
have a random
happens.
break
Life happens.
because I wasn't. It just didn't. There was not a flow for me.
Mm-hmm.
But looking at streaming and seeing how it was going, I was like, I can do both. Like, I can stream, I can do podcasts, I can do vlogs, I can do whatever I want. Like, I don't have to stick in one direction. So that's what I committed 2025 to being. To me, like, just taking chances and trying new things.
Allowing yourself to truly be multi-faced.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like that a lot because I don't think anybody should really be putting themselves into a box. Like
yeah,
I said, I do multiple things. I understand the idea of maybe stretching yourself thin, but at the same time, if you're truly expressing yourself, I don't see yourself. You're you're not taking yourself and, oh yeah, I'm only applying myself here, so this part doesn't really get it. No, you're applying yourself
yeah,
fully into each one. Yeah, it might be a little harder to see the full picture without getting everything together, but when you're passionate about something,
yeah. And that's the thing with me, bro. Like, there was a point in time, like 2020, between 2022 and 2023, I stopped completely. Like I
mm-hmm,
wasn't doing anything. I was like, bro, I have a good job. Like I'm making good money. Let me just live my life, bro. Like,
mm-hmm,
so I was just doing that. But like, there would be random moments. Once again, like I said, there'll be random moments where it's just like something is reminding me. Like either I'm watching something and I feel like when I would watch podcasts or like content, I would feel uneasy because I'm like, what are you doing? Like every time it would be in my head, like, what are you doing?
yeah, because I could be
And
doing this right now.
and then other people I'll see in public and they'll be like, bro, we haven't seen an episode in a while.
What
So
are
it
you
was
doing?
like
What are you
little things
doing?
like that. And it was just like, bro, this is not for me. Like, it's not like, that's literally, that is God telling you something.
Need
Like,
to
cause
commit.
you have no peace. Like, your mind is like, kind of like, not racing, but like, you're just uneasy whenever you see other content because you know you should be doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, like that was kind of like a reminder to just go back into it and just keep doing it. So I definitely had my bumps in the road, but 2025, as long of a year as it was, it definitely was like a reminder to just it was a good year to structure my schedule. Like it
Mm-hmm.
was I have a process. I feel like I never had a process, but now I have a process. I'm actually taking time to not only like just make content, but like, bro, I'm actually looking at this as like a business. I'm actually trying to like study the metrics. I'm actually like trying to
Get into
study the
full
algorithm.
analytics
Like,
of
bro,
it.
that's very important. People don't mention this a
Yeah.
lot. It's very important to study your algorithm, not just the algorithm, but
But your personal
yours.
algorithm, yeah. I can personally attest to that off of experiences with my clothing brand, being on and off, being consistent and non consistent. I've had times where I wasn't consistent. Well, still now, I'm still kind of getting a little brunt of I'm gonna say consequence off of my
Yeah.
personal actions of not being as consistent as I should have been. But where like my audience has changed on my clothing brand, and I have control of that, but I didn't have control of it at the same time.
Mm.
Just because time away changes things for everybody, not just you as a creator. Because now you're one, like you're saying, the algorithm is gonna change, but the main people focusing on your content also they're probably gonna go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like it's like no one's gonna watch someone sleeping.
You say that,
I mean, no, but
but
I
it
mean,
depends on
it
it depends
depends
on
on how
the
much.
atmosphere you
Yeah,
create for them. If that makes
because
sense.
I do say that, but also mean that into a sense where you're sleeping and not doing anything.
Oh, you
Because
mean okay,
yeah,
not literally
yeah,
sleeping,
yeah,
like
yeah.
just
But I mean
okay. I
sleeping
see what
as
you mean.
in
See what you mean?
yeah,
Yeah,
as in basically
you're
just
just being
yeah,
dormant. Yeah,
just dormant
yeah,
completely. Because you see somebody like Kai Cenat, he's sleeping on stream. He's
Yeah.
still got 3,000. But it's also because of the fact that he's consistently showing people not only what he's doing when he's awake, but now you're also seeing what I'm doing when I'm sleeping. So now you can see both sides of the.
But also, it's also like, bro, it all comes down to being creative, bro, and just taking
Yeah.
chance on things. Because like
Yeah.
he's sleeping,
Not
but like
sleeping for
he's
real.
not really sleeping because there's someone playing the drums, someone is being Miles
But-
Morales or a crazy crackhead, and there's water balloons and oil and Ray J and Ben the Don acting crazy. All
Yeah.
it's just so much going on. So
It's
it's
also
like,
getting that creative flow
yeah, it's
going,
creative. Yeah,
truly being unique for your. Because yes, in creativity, things do overlap, and
yeah,
like they say, there's nothing really truly new under the sun. But when you're able to put your own twist on it, that's when it becomes
yeah,
your own and new in a sense. And that's kind of what he was doing. That's also kind of what you're doing. Because when you do your 30 days, it wasn't like, oh yeah, I'm going to sit in the front of the camera for 30 days.
yeah,
No, you were taking people along with you.
yeah,
It's like, no, this is what Abe does on a regular basis. This is how I live my life. This is also how I have fun with my friends. These are some
yeah,
people I met on the way. And like it's a journey rather than, oh yeah, let me just show how I'm popping it. No, it's
yeah.
come see me have fun, see me struggle, see me do this, the ups and downs, and that's why I am very proud of you all for doing that because it
Appreciate
builds
you,
a
bro.
connection. So I watch your content, and that's
Appreciate
I've
you,
been seeing
bro.
the short clips and everything. Yeah.
Sure, let's do it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yeah. Why do you think I wanted you on the podcast?
That's fair enough, bro. I mean,
I
I'm,
see
I'm
you
glad I'm
working
glad
hard
to be
out.
here, bro. I'm actually I should have said that at a jump.
No,
It's an
thank
honor
you,
to be here, bro. I
thank you very
actually
much.
I like what you got going on. It's also like it's you just being yourself. You're not trying to be like, cause there's nothing wrong with someone being like a podcast who's like
Yeah, trying
crazy
to,
and like
yeah.
being wild. There's nothing wrong with that, cause if that's you, that's you.
Mm-hmm.
But like the thing about content as well, you can be creative, but you can also be you. Like
Yeah,
sometimes people will look at other people and you can learn things from other people, but like don't try and like copy them.
yeah, at all.
Cause you can never there's only one Kai Cenat, there's one Speed, there's one Aiden Ross, there's like you cannot be
You can't
those
be the next
guys.
person,
You can't be
man.
like even music wise, like there's one Playboy Cardi, there's only one Travis Scott, there's only one Gun. Like you can't try and be these people. You can get inspired
But
and
yeah,
and learn
inspiration
something
versus
from
copying
them.
is different
That's you just
for
can't be
sure,
no, you can't do
man.
that.
Honestly, I didn't know this lesson till somewhere through college because people who know me before I left college, because you knew me before I left college,
Yeah, yeah,
I was
yeah.
kind of rowdy a little bit.
He said rowdy.
I'm gonna say it like that because yeah, but in a sense, when I went to college, I was trying to change myself, but
Hmm.
and I realized that really wasn't the best outcome for me because I kind of lost myself in doing that. So like I was trying to conform to being a better person, which isn't really real in the sense, not to say that you can't progress, but in the sense that why am I trying to completely change who I am
Yeah.
for a certain outcome rather than being who I am to eventually get to a certain outcome. And that's something that it did take me learning. That's why I took some time off my brand. That's why even off of the podcast, I had to like, all right, let me readjust. I've always been myself on the podcast. That's one thing. But then the podcast showed me like, okay, I'm being myself here. Why am I not
Yeah.
everywhere else? Like I was like, dang, I'm tripping.
Bro, it's like the way you should look at things like that is it's always good to try and be a better person, but the the way you look at it is like, bro, you're trying to be a better version, the best version of yourself.
Yourself.
So the key word is yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like your values, the way you think, certain things. Like, there's certain things that's like really at the foundation of who you are. And that's very important to keep that way because a lot of those things are like really good. Of course, there's stuff there's not so good. And those are the things that you want to cut out. Like you don't want to be like I'm not gonna be like, okay, Abe, I'm trying to be a better person. So I'm trying to like, I'm just gonna revamp myself and let's say look at someone like Barack Obama and like I just want to build my way to be like him. I'm gonna start wearing suits.
Yeah.
No,
Because
it's
then you're no
like
longer, you lose
yeah,
yourself, you lose
because
your
then
identity.
I'm no longer Abe. That's not
You're
Abe.
like
That's just a
you're
Barack
hollow,
Obama
you're a
clone.
hollow tusk of who you used to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally. So for me, it's like okay, it's I'm still trying to be who I am, but I'm taking out the things that no longer serves me. Like the things that
Mm-hmm.
are no longer the things that are not good for me. And we know what those things are. Like they're just as a person, like there's just things that you
Yeah.
know.
Things that hold you back and things that
And
propel you
sometimes
forward.
the crazy part is sometimes it's not necessarily something that's just a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like for example, like
Yes.
going out and having fun is not a bad thing. But for some people,
It's not something we
it,
should be
it
doing.
doesn't help them progress or like
Yeah.
be progressive or productive or whatever. So they might need to like cut that down or cut that out completely. That's for them, you know?
Hmm.
That doesn't mean that you now need to do the same thing. Cause
Yeah.
like that might not be affecting you the way it's affecting them. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's just all about like carving who you are. It's like making a sculpture, bro. Like you when you're making a sculpture, like some things get cut out. But the finished product is still what was is still from like the same instrument that was started, you know?
That's facts. You saying that also brings up a conversation I had with somebody in my DMs. They weren't too happy because of my ideals of perfectionism, which is I kind of have a little bit of space to talk about it now
Hmm.
rather than being perceived, blah blah blah. But my idea of perfectionism isn't to say that anybody is truly perfect or anybody can truly get to be perfect because that's a whole nother level of it. But it's really the pursuit of perfection that makes somebody perfect.
Hmm.
The fact that they're trying to be better, I think that's perfect about them. I think that's what we all should be doing. You can not say you should be, but you can be the worst person. But as long as you're trying to be a better version of yourself,
Yeah.
today you make that conscious effort. This perfectionism in myself. That's an ideal of you were perfect that day because you tried to be better,
Yeah.
and that's I feel like that's something that we can all try to get to because like how you're saying, you can cut certain things out. You're chipping away at yourself at a sense,
Yeah.
but you're also building yourself up in the same sense
Yeah.
because you're letting go of the things that you no longer need while also being okay. What do I need? What's actually good for me? What's fruitful? What actually waters my garden and
Yeah.
so on and so forth.
No, yeah, that's definitely true, man. I mean, it's all about the key word though is not just put in effort, but like putting in like your best. Like you have
Your
to
best
put
foot
your best
forward.
foot forward. And every day is gonna be different. Every day is a new day, but just don't. The main thing is don't change yourself because other people are saying certain things. You know what you need to get done.
Hmm.
And get right with God because you know God's gonna tell you what you need to get done.
Yeah.
And just keep surround yourself with people who keep you accountable. That's very important for anybody who's trying to make it anywhere in life. No matter
Yeah.
what it is, like keep yourself around people who are gonna keep you accountable, hold you accountable. Like me and my friends, like we're gonna hold each other accountable. We might not say it in front of other people because that's a me you
Yeah, there's
conversation.
a privacy between
Yeah,
certain things,
but
but
we're gonna
yeah.
pull each other aside and be like, bro, like this is like what you're doing. This doesn't make any sense.
Hmm.
Like you're not putting your best before you're being lazy or you're doing this, you're doing that. Like if you find yourself around people that are always like who think all your ideas are 100% 10 out of 10,
Yeah, you might need to
yeah,
switch your people around
it's
because
clipped, man.
they're
It's clipped, bro. It's already clipped.
yeah, because a yes man only good for ego,
Yeah,
not for actual progress.
yeah. People
Man,
surround themselves with yes man to beauty. Like people,
to boost themselves up, to make themselves
yeah,
feel more than what they truly are,
yeah,
because in reality they have a void inside them that they need to actually answer to, but they
yeah.
kind of refusing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Outside of all that, let's not get into
Yeah, yeah. Let's
into
just
that
let's
too many.
let's come back to earth a little
Let's come back
bit.
to earth with it. I want to ask, what should the people really be expecting from you over the next few months? Because
Hmm.
when this airs, you'll already have done more and more.
Hmm.
But I'm gonna say after from April to the rest of the year, what can the people really expect from you?
From April to the rest of the year. That's actually it's a great month. It's my
Hmm.
birthday month.
Hey,
But
happy early birthday.
from April, okay, so for 2026 in general, I think people should just expect me to be very much more adventurous. Like
Hmm.
there's gonna be like and I have ideas of what I want to do and there's stuff I haven't thought about yet, but there's gonna be like just things that are gonna be new. There's gonna be new angles that I'm taking. It might be the way I make a content or what content like the topic of the content I'm making. But
Hmm.
the whole idea behind Pastor Rock was not for it to be just only sports. It was that's like the bedrock, which is
Hmm.
why a lot of stuff there is sports. But like there's music, there's lifestyle, there's obviously streaming and all that. And then there's just like just laughing and having fun, like reacting to funny videos and stuff
Hmm.
like that. I think for me, this year is it's there's gonna be things that I haven't done in the past few years that I'm gonna do. Like for example,
Revisiting
I'll
some old
say one
things.
thing specifically so I'm not just being vague. But I've never really done like vlogging for real.
Hmm.
So for me, I'm actually like trying to aim towards that and try to do a little bit more vlogging. I feel like for those who don't have the attention span to just watch a full on stream, like
Now
a
you
10
can.
minute, 20-minute vlog is
Hmm.
more their speed. And then another thing for me is I'm looking to collaborate with a lot of people, not just people that I know personally, but going out of my comfort zone to like reach out to other people who are in my field or who I feel like can favor my audience or my field, and I can do the same for them. Um, so definitely that vlogging collaborations, those are two of the many things I want to do this year for
Yeah,
sure.
I love to hear that. I hope I could be a part of it too, because
Yeah, come on, man. This is already a big. This is already one of it.
hey, it's that's why I like to. Like I said, it takes a village.
It takes a village, bro.
I always try to bring it back to that, even though I haven't really been doing that too much in my last few episodes. It's really just been more of us talking, get to know my guests a little bit more. But yeah,
What's the meaning behind? Okay, well, I get the meaning, but like, what um, what motivated that name for the
honestly,
podcast?
okay. Me being me, people who know me, I isolate a lot. And but at the same time, I've always been the people who I've been close to. I've been very close to. So those have always been my personal village, and I've always known I've been able to. I can lean on them when I need to lean on them, and vice versa. So in a sense, I wanted to be able to have a space where I could talk to people about other people and also myself. Whereas like, okay, we're talking about our we're, t- we're talking we're talking about our journey and what made us to get here and like our motivations, but also let's not also shy away from why we're doing it, who we're doing it for, who actually pays attention to us, and what we're paying attention to. Because there's a lot of ongoing factors that pulls everything together to make it what it is. It's not just I woke up today fully wanted to do this only for myself. Da da da.
Hmm.
We all have
Motivation. Okay, it's all good, man.
motivating
Let it out.
factors.
It's Monday. It's Monday. We're good.
Man, it's already been a long weekend, but we all have our own motivating factors. So it's like, why not have a space where I can talk to people who are like minded, even if they're not like minded, to show their perspective, my perspective, and we can either meet in the middle, or we can show both of our audiences kind of what it is.
Yeah,
That's
that's
really the
true.
motivation behind everything.
That's true. That's good, man. It's good that you
Thank
have
you,
a
thank you.
great meaning behind that. It's always important, like whatever you're building, like the name is like the
Hmm.
first one of the first things that you think of. So it's important to like have a deeper meaning, and the meaning can change over time too.
Yeah,
So definitely that.
facts. Yeah, because now I'm starting to get to the point where I look, do want to change the meaning, not to stray away from what it was originally, but to kind of grow off until now, instead of showing people this, that, and the third, but building a community around the podcast and stuff like that. Because I haven't said this anywhere, but maybe I have, but not on camera at least.
Hmm.
I do eventually want to start actually building a true community around it. I probably will end up doing it through my brand rather than directly through this, but kind of intertwine everything together. Yeah, I did on one podcast. Y'all gonna see early in the year, so this is kind of me rephrasing it a little bit.
Yeah.
But where I'm throwing like little mixers and so on to try to get people to truly hone into let's come together. There's no point of us being divided and trying to do the hyper individualism. That's how you end up being lost, become like a
Yeah.
caveman. You get disconnected from the world. I can personally attest to that because I have my own personal issues where I thought that was the best idea. It wasn't. Learn the hard way. I'm okay with that now. But
Yeah.
let's do it the right way now.
Yeah, definitely, man. It's always it's like collaborate. That's why I said collaboration for me this year. But collaboration is always good. Like you see the people with the biggest like music has features, movies like
Features.
writers collaborate with each other,
Everybody's
producers
working
like
together. It's all
everyone works
hands on
together.
deck.
It's and they create great stuff. Like that's how people grow. And another thing that I want to point out, I don't think I said, is when it comes to like branding for those who are trying to create a brand, or for those who are trying to create content and stuff like that, um, I think it's important to look around you in the field that you are, because, like we said earlier, nothing is new under the sun. So, like, you can still do something a certain path, but you have to like find a way to make yours different. You might not know that on day one, but as you do more, as you progress, you're gonna figure it out. Like the the guy who's blowing up right now for doing food reviews, and he's throwing his shades across his glasses across the room, or the barbecue, the old man who's like making barbecue, and
Yeah.
it's like it's just things like that. Like
Everybody
there are
has their
people
own
who
niche.
do food reviews and who make
Hmm.
barbecue and record it, but it's like they found something so minor, like all he does is flings his glass
And
across
that's
the
his
room.
hook that people
That's his
now
hook, and
people
it's and
people
it
want to see
makes
that
sense,
now.
and people love the guy, and he has great content. So
Facts.
it's stuff. It's not just about making good content. It's also about giving people what to come back for.
Hmm.
So separate yourself
And
in a
that
way.
thing that people come back for is always going to come back to you
Yeah.
because that uniqueness, it matters. No
Yeah.
one wants an open slate where it's like, all right, everybody does that. He does it too. So
Yeah.
like, what's no,
Yeah.
they coming
So
back for the glass, throwing the glasses.
literally.
Like Keith Lee, they come back for hello. Where come on?
That's completely different. A whole completely different guy who was just calm eating his
Chill.
food. Some people literally eat it so loud and throw the food all around or whatever.
Like you see other guys being
Yeah.
like, not to say that they aren't successful, because I've seen a lot of successful guys.
Yeah.
Like this one guy in Dallas, he in a car, he's loud off the rip. He
He's
blew
some
up off of it. That's
Yeah.
people want to see something. People don't really care to see a specific thing if it's not you.
Yeah.
Once it's you, all right, bet. Let's
And the big thing with that, bro, I think here's the
it's
challenge.
connecting.
Apart from that, here's the challenge. The
Mhm.
challenge is that I don't know if it's self-doubt, but it's more of like I made a name for it. Well, I think the name exists already. But you know how they have
Mhm.
writer's block?
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I say creator's block
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. Cause like, you know when you have so many ideas of something that's so different, but it's like just so different that
You
in
don't
your
know where to
head you're
start.
like, I don't know if this is gonna hit.
Just do it.
As long as it's not something that the number one, the only thing that should stop you from putting out something is if it's against your, if it's against your faith, if it's against your
Morals.
morals and all of that. If that's not the case, put it out there. If
Yeah.
it flops, it flops. Go
flops.
back to the drawing board and
Hey,
keep going.
Because think about it, it could flop today. You have all this other content for years off, and then people just end up going back to
Going
that
back,
square
and that
one.
one might blow up. Like
and
it's
that's
crazy.
and that first one that flopped ended up being the biggest video ever, and now that's the
Yeah.
reason why everybody comes back to. Okay.
You never know what like, bro. Like I said, for Past Rock, mainly sports for sports. The
Mhm.
first video that blew up in November, I believe November, yeah, was me reacting to. I barely said anything. Most of my videos, I'm like breaking things down or whatever. I barely said anything. I just laughed and made a couple of a commentary to Kevin Hart telling a story about how, the story with James Harden, how James Harden was talking trash to him on the bench or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and it blew up. Like it literally blew up.
Yeah.
That was something I never done. It just blew up, and then I started reacting to funny videos, and they would blow up. So it's just like
They got comfortable with you.
it wasn't. Yeah, it was, and it's like there's a whole that just opened a whole other crowd out there for those who want to see like that funny side on my stream or my podcast, but also for the sports videos and the other videos I make and the music videos, there are also people who like those as well. So it's now I'm really expanding my niche and expanding my community or whatever. So just do it. Like
keep
just
going
do it.
forward.
Just try something. Just try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But at least
You tried.
you tried.
Showing up is bigger than actually failing or winning.
Yeah.
That's actually a message that we should end off this podcast with. I am
Marinate.
sorry. I'm liking this conversation a lot. Don't get me wrong, but we are spent on time.
No, it is all good.
I do want to say, y'all make sure, please show him love because he's doing hard work and showing up consistently for you. Why not show up for someone who's also showing up for you? He's also putting out the thing for you, showing you that, oh yeah, it's not just, oh yeah, I'm just trying to do this or that. No, he's doing it generally because that's things that he loves. Show love to people who show love. But it's been a great episode with you.
Yes, sir, my guy.
It Takes a Village. Y'all, please, because everything for him is going to be linked below. So make sure to follow, subscribe to him on Instagram, Twitch, and then you have any other platforms?
I mean, TikTok, YouTube.
Yeah, TikTok,
really
YouTube.
meant
Make sure
for.
to subscribe. Cause yeah, also don't forget, like and subscribe to his, and also comment.
Of course,
to this video.
that's number one priority.
But yeah, y'all, because I do want to see y'all back here, and I also do want to see y'all under his post and showing love to his post as well. Because like I said, it takes a village. So we all come together and get better together. But thank y'all. It's been an amazing episode. He will be back, and not just this forum, but also other formats. I do
Many
my
forms.
vlogs. He's doing his vlogs.
Many
He's doing
forms.
his podcast. So y'all gonna see me a little bit here and there on some other platforms.
Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate you.
No, thank you for being here. It's honestly an honor because it takes a lot for someone to be able to actually do this because you have to take your time out your day, and so thank you very much for showing up for me.
Yes, sir, man. Much love, bro.
Yeah, but thank y'all for also showing up for us. Hope you have a good day, and remember, it takes a village. All right.